So, welcome to Virtual Tarot. I'm Ava.
And I'm Trudy.
And we are here.
Glasses because they are reflecting.
And we are here to give the forecast for February for the sign of Pisces.
Ava Trudy at Virtual Tarot.
Where's your cup?
Buy your merchandise on our website.
So Pisces, I'm a Pisces, and so I'm very eager to find out what's going to happen to us.
So let's tell you what we do here at Virtual Tarot. First of all, we wear cool clothes. Ta-da!
She's got cool clothes on. I'm just freezing, so I've got my winter ski clothes on.
I got my Liberace suit on. Okay.
Yes. All right.
Okay, what we do is 4-card spread. First card represents the general overall environment of February for you for your Pisces. Second card
is the challenge.
Third card represents the unexpected. Forewarned is forearmed.
And the last one is the outcome. And that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it. And check the links below. We're posting January's council card for all signs for free because you missed your free psychic prediction for January.
Yeah. So.
Because I had asthma.
She had asthma, but she's all better now.
I'm all better now.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first position, drum roll,
is
the Empress.
Ta-da!
She stacked the deck. She's a Pisces. I have a Pisces moon.
We had a discussion about whether I should put all stars in there for us, but I didn't. So, but nonetheless, we've got the Empress.
And the reason why it's the card of the goddess. The goddess. Okay, there she is.
Earth goddess.
She's abundance.
So something's gestating in you, my dear Pisces. You've got gestation of magnificent ideas. Magnificent possibilities are growing within you.
And also possibly a human baby may be growing within you.
Or love, or the love of a relationship. You know?
She leans against a pregnancy pillow.
She does. So she's pregnant with possibilities.
Yes.
As she's the queen of the universe, the queen of
sensuality.
She's the queen of creativity.
She's Gaia. She's Mother Earth.
And the wheat that's right in front of her is the manifestation of the ultimate manifestation of all that is gestating in her. So it shows that these potentialities have the might lead to great abundance. Meaning, that which will nourish her and
abundance,
everyone.
Meaning, well, we've said this before, in ancient Egypt, wheat represented cash.
Cash, yes.
So it was bank, basically.
Right.
So this is financial well-being also. Last thing I want to say about the Empress is seen as a goddess on a pedestal. So someone may see you as a goddess.
Yes. So you've been elevated to a position of royal worship.
Or the perfect woman. Someone sees you, perhaps.
Very sensual. It could be a very sensual month for you. And it could be also that you have a deeper appreciation for the world you live in. The environment, the physical world you live in, too. So everything is good about this card.
It is. It couldn't be any better. It's a card of goddess.
What could possibly be your challenge in a circumstance such as this? And we have another major arcana card.
She stacked the deck.
I did not.
Well, I'm happy again.
I cut.
Because this is my moon. This is my relationship house. So don't forget.
Yeah.
If you want to find out what your moon and your rising signs are, watch those two. Click the link below. We have a link to a site you can go to and find out what your rising and your moon are.
Last month, you don't know what your... Well, we gave you this Scorpio. I have Scorpio rising. My rising sign and my sun sign, which is Pisces, were both extremely accurate.
Yep.
So sometimes one is applicable and the other doesn't seem to resonate,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes both of them are. And they tell the story in different ways, you know?
And this is very interesting because what do we have in the challenge position? It's the high priestess.
Yes.
She's beautiful and wonderful, but she sits between the veils. Okay, so this card is all about listening to your higher self.
Yes.
And being in tune with that higher self.
Intuition.
Yes, standing in between sort of the golden mean also.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I think of the high priestess, I think of someone, it's interesting because she's almost the opposite of the empress. This is a highly spiritual major arcana female card.
Yeah.
And this is more sensual. The empress.
She lives in the ethers,
right?
The realm of the pure psyche. And so within the context then of these earthly happenings,
the challenge is
to remain grounded in your spirituality.
And to stay in touch with your higher self.
Yeah, to stay in touch and not to get too distracted by the richness of
the abundance of, or the sensual, the more sensual aspects of existence.
Not to get too lost from, but the very same pomegranates are found on that veil between what is the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So it's the same pomegranates that are found on the robe of the empress. So both of them having to do with the seed ideas, but one is manifesting them purely on a kind of a organic level, and the other one is perusing it with pure consciousness. The possibilities, the inner possibilities, just going inwardly while you're experiencing this sensual.
It's like the inner and the outer world.
So you're like
sort of working sort of maybe this month you're just a little more focused on the outer world and a little less focused on the inner world.
Right, and so it's a spirit is saying don't let that get lost.
Yes, keep them in balance.
Yeah.
They're both great cards though.
Yep.
Okay, third position.
Yep.
Charity.
Oh yeah.
I go ahead and hold that one up.
Yep.
So it's the Six of Pentacles.
And again, unexpected charity.
Yep. The giving or receiving of
mercy.
Mercy. Yeah, I like that. Because charity, covers a lot of things. It can mean that you are unexpectedly asked
to help.
For charity, for help.
Right.
It can mean practical help. Like help me move.
Do something.
Or it can mean opening yourself up to receiving.
Yes. Gracefully.
To receive. Yeah.
Joyfully.
Unexpectedly you receive.
Exactly what you need.
Yep.
Because the six, you see, the man giving the pentacles, the rich merchant giving the pentacles, giving exactly 6 pentacles to the person in need. So it's like exactly what you need comes to you. Exactly how much you need comes to you. Or you're being asked to give of your generosity, but to measure that out, to be merciful, but not to be too extreme in that too. So it's sort of this, that's why he's holding a balance scale, because of the fairness. What is fair here? How much should I give?
And to being open to receiving also.
Yes, being open to receiving, but receiving exactly what you need unexpectedly.
And not feeling bad if someone else isn't receiving. Sometimes I think of that too, because a lot of, some people have a much easier time giving than receiving.
Yes.
Which is kind of interesting. But
because it makes you it puts you in the position of where you are then thought of as having less.
Right. Exactly.
So then if I have less, then I'm less than.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people don't receive grace graciously, because they think it's a comment on their lack.
Exactly. But this is a card of abundance.
Oh.
Our Empress, she is a card of abundance. And so this should be...
It should be a very fecund.
overall abundant month for you.
It should.
Let's
and
see.
with a surprise element.
Yeah,
too,
with a surprise element.
of a gift. You might get a gift.
A gift. If your
flowers.
love language is giving
And
a
after
gift.
all, February is the month of love.
That's right.
So you might get a very nice gift for
right.
Valentine's Day.
In the bedroom. That's
And
what that
look
is,
at
the
this.
Empress.
3 major arcana cards. Holy smokes.
Wow. Okay, Pisces. So we have, and I have to hold it up,
Death. Yahoo!
a great card, even though it doesn't look
Doesn't look great,
great.
but it is great. It's a butterfly card.
So there's a lot of change going on this month, like definite life-altering change that needed to happen.
Right.
And it looks as if it will happen if you stay in touch with your higher self. If you take a little time out for meditation or just quiet time even. Because, and maybe that can be done in a garden because we have the Empress. But the High Priestess tells us that you know already kind of where you need to go here. You know this change needs to occur because this is a high compliment by Spirit always when this card comes up. So you are the High Priestess of your life. And you are in charge of the change.
Yes.
So the change will occur, and what needs to be thrown out, the dead fish, the company, the old stuff, or whatever it is that needed to go.
It's a radical change. It's talking about a radical change, and one that is revolutionary in your life. So they aren't always that easy because everybody wants, even when the situations aren't too good, to kind of retain the status quo because it's familiar and comfortable. Where if you don't change voluntarily, then nature or fate comes in and changes it for you. So death implies that there's some sort of definite alteration of things on a physical level that propels you into this change, that compels it insists upon it. And so that comes right at the end of the month. So this sort of huge, the butterfly emerges from the cocoon, which is what this must be.
Yeah, and death is sort of the great equalizer, so that's kind of interesting that we have the Six of Pentacles here.
From the one who has and one who doesn't. Death doesn't
That's
care.
going to change.
Right.
Feels
right.
as if that may change.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because
it doesn't have any respect for the king or for the pauper. Death treats each equally.
So once the change occurs, everybody's kind of on the same
level.
Meaning unexpectedly, you may be, if you thought you were going to be the giver, you may be the receiver. Or vice versa. You know, which is pretty interesting.
But it's a very important month. February is very important.
It's important because we have, these two cards are in opposition, the Empress and Death. The Empress is about new life, giving birth.
But you have to, in order to give birth, you have to actually let that which no longer is functional die.
Exactly.
That's what death is about. Letting go of the old, worn out,
way of doing things.
That's right. And completely revolutionizing your life. And that's when the Empress, that which is gestating in her, can be birthed in the future.
Exactly.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So there it is.
Well, I got one more thing to say.
What?
Because it's February, we need to do a love reading.
All right.
So there's a couple ways to read this.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, which could mean the Empress is and I'm going to read this at a very high level, okay? But the Empress is the card of the woman who is worshipped, okay, by men or a man or within a relationship, within a partnership. This woman is seen as the ultimate woman, not unlike a Marilyn Monroe or an Elizabeth Taylor. So that's sort of how this month opens. But intuitively, you may know that there's something that you need to deal with because you are Pisces. Pisces is very intuitive. And you may need something, or you may need to give. And this may be within the relationship, but on a very practical level. At the end, something is going to change. At a very fundamental level within this relationship. And that's the high level of the whole thing.
I'll go with that. I think that's well.
Yeah, okay.
Very. But it should be extremely exciting.
It should be extremely exciting.
Extremely exciting. And mostly extremely positive, too.
It is extremely positive. Don't be afraid of the change.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the change. Don't hold on if suddenly things start really shifting.
And it doesn't mean the relationship is shifting.
No, it doesn't
It simply mean aspects of the relationship are going to change in a very fundamental way. It could even mean you're moving to a new job, location.
And maybe you need to ask for help or something, or help is offered to you unexpectedly, or you're asked for help. You know, I mean, your help. All of that could be possible for you.
Yeah, many things. You may have to let go of friends. That's the other thing that sometimes this card reminds me of. You know, you have to let things go, sort of, that have been dead, and just let it go. Open yourself up to the new possibilities within the relationship. And we're going to say goodbye, Pisces. I love this reading.
I love it too. So thank you, Pisces, and we'll see you next month in March. And happy Valentine's Day. Bye. Go ahead. You got to. We have to say goodbye like this.
Look.
Yes.